MetLife Stadium in New Jersey.
For Dallas.
It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
26-yard line.
On first down, Jones. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Intended for Golden Tate. Incomplete.
Throwing again. Jones. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
That's another Giants first down.
Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he fit under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Tyrone Crawford just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. On 2nd and goal. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. It's Daniel Jones finding Evan Ingram. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
With the give to Ezekiel Elliott.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he'll be tackled inside his own 15. The decision to bring it out cost him some yardage. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
What happened?
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing Jones. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to throw. Jones. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Jones able to connect with Sterling Shepard. And the Giants add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm.
relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
Number 21.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
Down at the 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39, Prescott. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And who's got it? The Giants.
Prescott's pass.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Barkley, the ball.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
The ball carrier.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Taken down at the 11-yard line.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
For a Giants.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants.
Touchdown.
Sterling Shepard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Jones throwing for it. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see.
This is unbelievable.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 79 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
For the 2-point conversion.
So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big...
Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. He'll try and run it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First and goal.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley there to make the grab. And the Giants add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Tony Pollard on the return. The Cowboys take over first and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Prescott looks to throw on first. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we've come to halftime after 8. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Brings up second and
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
to Ezekiel Elliott.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
Third down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Scott to return it. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
At the 20.
To throw again on second down, Jones. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 18. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of it, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Here's Jones operating from the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Jones able to connect with Sterling Shepard. And the Giants have got it on cruise control.
For the extra point.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kyler Fackrell in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Oh, the return is Scott. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A gain of 26.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Giants.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Felt compelled to go and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Now Pollard. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
2nd down and 10.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Following the fumble recovery, Jones. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
He's going to look deep down the field. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Score Giants 55.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept